Hello YouTube. Guess this is finally my first speaking video, so welcome. So basically this is gonna be like my new channel, blah blah blah. But within this channel it's not gonna be just one thing. It's gonna be a mixture of book reviews, astrology, beauty, conspiracy theories, and so on and so forth. So today we are going to be doing a book review. So it's my books from last year, what I read and what I'm currently reading. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first book we have on my pile is Norwegian Mud, and I'm not even going to butcher that name, but yeah, it was good. So it didn't like grip me like I thought it would. I mean, I read it about 2 years ago originally, lost my original. I lose a lot of my copies, or I give a lot of them out, so I didn't completely forgot about it. Seen someone was currently reading it, I thought, oh yeah, that's a really good book. Read it and it was not the best, but it's a nice piece of literature, very descriptive, very good, just a bit boring. I don't know, maybe it's just at first I was like, oh my god, this is really good, really gripped me, and then I got like towards the end and I was like, not really my cup of tea. But so basically what it's about this lad who reconnects with a girl. Trigger warning, there is suicide involved, and that's all I'm going to tell you because there's a lot in it. So it's up to you whether you want to, that's candy or vibe or whatever. So yeah, Norwegian Mud. What's next? By one of my all-time favourite poets and authors, Charles Bukowski, and it's called Hammer and I, and it's basically about this kid. You know what? I've completely forgot what it's about. So basically, it's like about like the Great Depression and stuff, and this kid living through it, and it's basically like what Bukowski calls it is alter ego. So I don't know. But yeah, it was actually really good, and I love Bukowski, love every bit of his work, because I think he kind of like takes the piss out of himself a bit. Like, that's what I love about him. I hope he's taking the piss anyway, because if not, man needs therapy. But anyway, yeah, it's really, really good. Had me gripped, loved it, 100%. To be honest, I'm a bit biased though, anything to do with Bukowski, and I'm like, yeah. Brilliant, amazing. By the way, sorry for the sound quality, sorry for me crap little background at the moment, because I'm doing this all by phone because I don't want to buy loads of filming equipment and then just give up after the first video. So you know, bear with me, I'm not doing this all by phone. So yeah, it was really, really good. There's not really much to say about it, to be honest. You have to read it again to sort of like get its vibe, but I think it's really good. It's kind of like, his work is very soft boy, but like ironically, like I think he does it taking the mick, and if he doesn't, like I said, the man needs therapy. Anyway, right, this was one of my favourites of last year, and I'm talking like proper favourite. Like I read it in like a couple of hours, never mind one day. I read it in like a good few hours. My Policeman by Beth and Robert. Oh my god, this book had me hooked. So basically what it's about is it's set in the 1950s in Brighton, and it's about this, it's coming from, I think her name's Marion, yeah, Marion's point of view, and basically she has an obsession with this lad called Tom, who's mate's brother, and they proper fancies him and all that. And so essentially Tom does the right thing and marries and all that, and becomes a policeman, obviously hence the title My Policeman, but he's actually in love with this art curator. Is he a curator? I think he's a curator, or he does something to do with gallery or a museum or art museum or whatever. So he falls in love with him and all that. They have an affair behind Marion's back, and it's basically her accounts. And with it, like, she is like, like, I do feel sorry for her, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do feel sorry for her, but what she does to the person that Tom is having an affair with, it kind of makes me sort of squash that sympathy, because what she does isn't ultimately a bitch move. I'm sorry for swearing, I will swear a lot on this channel, but it was bad. Yeah, so and basically it, like, I'm not going to give any spoilers because it's straight off the bat. Basically Marion, and if I call her Miriam, it's Marion, but anyway, her and Tom basically take the person in and they have to look after him in his old age, blah blah blah. Tom's dead against it, but she's not, so I don't know if it's like a sick little thing for her in a way. But yeah, it's really, really good, really had me hooked, beautifully written. A bit teen fiction in some parts, but that's kind of my style. I kind of like all that thing. I talk with my hands a lot. Anyway, next up we have One of Us Is Next by Karen M. McManus. It's part of a series, and the original is One of Us Is Lying. Wait, is the next one this one? Yeah, and then I think it's Two Can Keep a Secret, but I've got this and the first one. It's very teen literature, very cheesy, very cringe, but if you're like me and have a bit of a short attention span, thanks anxiety, then it does grip your attention in that sense. It is a quick read, very easy to read, but the story is very cliche, very cringe, so take it or leave it. But I like her writing style. I mean, I really do. Like, I think she's very I don't know, like, she's alright. I wouldn't say she's nothing special, but I do like her writing style. So yeah, One of Us Is Lying, and One of Us Is Next. Oh yeah, so basically what it's about is so originally these kids were in detention, and it does feel very Breakfast Club, Cluedo vibes. So basically they're all in detention together, and there's this lad who has a gossip forum at the school, and he was like gonna release like loads of information about them, and basically he dies in the detention, so they all get blamed. It gets broadcasted worldwide, and it's basically like a whodunit, and the plot twist at the end. That's why I've mentioned this book in this pile, because wow, that plot twist, weren't expecting it. Don't read up on it, just read the book. Yeah, it is worth reading for the plot twist. Okay, so right, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to swap the pile. I'm going to put these two together. Basically, two more work of Charles Bukowski. I love them, like I've said before. So this is basically all of his best poems in the one book. Been in the Water, Drowned and Flame. A friend recommended me this. Or was it this? Or was it something else? It was one of them. A friend recommended me in 2012, and I think that's what made me fall in love with them. Just brilliant poems, can't get enough of them, love reading them, well worth it. This was $16.99, so whatever that translates into UK, it's Great British pounds, I don't know. And this one was again $16.99 dollars, but whatever that translates to UK money, but worth it. 100,000%. They're so good, so funny. Like, I find them hilarious, me. But yeah, this year, you know what, right? Last year, with it all, I didn't really read that many books. Like, I mean, there's a few here, but like, it's not a lot considering what I usually read. I'm not saying I'm pure, like I read, well, I'm a proper bookworm, but like last year, like my attention span was just absolute shite. Like I couldn't grasp nothing, like I couldn't take nothing in, so I went for like easy stuff or something I'd already read to get me back into it. But yeah, this year I haven't really, I'm halfway through one book, you know what I mean? Excuse me, got Rona? No, I haven't really. But yeah, so I'm gonna link these two together because they're kind of in the same as teen fiction. So this was brilliant. This was really, really good. The start of Me and You. The end of them kind of made me like heart go like, oh, you know when you get that in your chest. Start of Me and You. So it's about this girl called Paige, and her boyfriend mysteriously drowned. So then she makes a list. So it says like date a boy, attend parties, join a club, travel, and swim. She's terrified of swimming because obviously the drowning incident. Sorry if I speak too fast, by the way. It's my accent, I do apologise. So yeah, it's all about her like trying to hook up with this like lad who she fancies called Ryan Chase, but she meets his cousin. I think his name is Max. yeah, dead nerdy cousin who loves literature like her. And yeah, work the rest off yourself. That was really good. Very short. If you've got a terrible short if you've got a terrible short attention span like me, perfect. Same with this. I was here. So this is about a girl called Cody who has a best friend called Meg. Meg kills herself, again, suicide. Sorry if anyone's triggered by it, but yeah. And there's no reason why she does it. There's no hints apart from the fact that she gives her clothes away, dyes her hair, blah blah blah. And so Cody has to go on this sort of adventure with Meg for Meg to find out why she done it, and like reading the clues and stuff. But the thing is though, like and then there's this like lad who is in a band who Meg was obsessed with, ended up sleeping with them in the end, and Meg ended up stalking him, blah blah blah, and he ends up going on the journey with her. So that's really good. I'm terrible at reviewing stuff, you know. Should have just stuck to the astrology as my first video, but what can you do? Now this was a real eye-opener. Brilliant. It was no wonder it was like one of the biggest books of 2020, especially with the Black Lives Matter protest, the death of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and so on and so forth. Now, as a white person, I can't even imagine what it's like to be a person of colour. Like, I can't, like, it just must be horrendous. So this really opened my eyes. Obviously, I'm very well aware that I have white privilege. Completely get that, you know what I mean? Got obviously dark blonde hair, but blonde hair, blue eyes. So I, obviously as a woman, you know, scared to walk on the top. But as a person of colour, I can't even imagine the heartache, the trauma, everything that it must be. And this really opened my eyes. Obviously, if you're a person of colour, you know what I mean, read it. But if you're a white person or not, like obviously not a person of colour, please read this. This will change your perspective in so many ways. Obviously I am very aware, very conscious of what's going on, but I didn't know the depths of it until I read this. Please read it. Absolutely brilliant. Now this, right, I love Orion Colorado. She's amazing, love her. And basically she recommended this, and as soon as I heard the words Fleetwood Mac, that was it. I was gone, sold. And so it's basically about this band called The Six and a singer called Daisy Jones, and it was the girl who wrote it, which her name is Taylor Jenkins Reid. She basically listened to the Rumours album and based the book off this, but it's not your typical book. It's set in interview style, so let me show you. So like, I don't know if you can see that, excuse my nails please, that I show, but in it, it's like set as if it's like an interview sort of thing, and it's all 70s, sex, drugs, rock and roll, so on and so forth. And in it, like I think the two main characters are Billy and Daisy, so it's like obviously Stevie and so forth and so on. So if you love Fleetwood Mac, if you love anything to do with 70s, clearly, as you can see, got a bit of 70s obsession. If you're to do with anything like that, please give this book a read. It's brilliant. It's, like I said, my attention span wasn't the best last year, so I was constantly trying to find books that could grasp my attention. This did, because it's set in interview style, so it's quick, and you can picture what they're saying in your head. You can picture the setting that it creates, you can picture just everything about it. It's brilliant. Please give it a read. It's an absolute must. And last but not least, a book that I am currently reading, it's called Women Don't Know You're Pretty by Florence Given. Now, I bought this before all the stuff came out about Florence I don't know, plagiarising a lovely, wonderful Lady of Colours book, which was very, very similar to this. But I do thoroughly enjoy this. I'm not gonna lie, it's changed my perspective on the way that I see myself, on the way that I view other people, setting boundaries, this, that and the other. So I like it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I do like it, and it doesn't make me feel as bad because I bought this second hand, so the money really will be going to Florence. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry babe, but you shouldn't have done what you're doing. But I do really like this. I think it's fun. I think it's just, it is a bit like generic, like it is a bit like, I could read that off an Instagram quote, you know what I mean? But the rest of it is really insightful, and it has loads of pretty pictures. She does try and push like a bit of a narrative. Not going to say what narrative in case I offend her. Read the book yourself and work it out. But yeah, God, I went through that really quick, didn't I? Just chatted a load of waffle. But yeah, so these are my books, what I read last year. Women Don't Know You're Pretty is what I'm currently reading. Oh God. But yeah, I've got another book coming on the way, which is In the Diary of an Oxygen Thief series. It's the second book, and it was hard to get hold of for cheaper than £20. So yeah, it should be here soon. So hopefully that gets me back into reading. If you haven't read Diary of an Oxygen Thief, please read it. It's so good. Again, another soft boy feeling sorry for himself, but it's bloody hilarious, and he gets his comeuppance. I can't wait to find out why am I doing that? I can't wait to read the second book and see what happens. If I like the second book, I'm going to buy the third, and then I have the complete collection, because I am a bit of a pain in the arse when it comes to having a collection. Like, I have to have the full thing, but it's one of them. So yeah, that's everything really. Sorry, I've just waffled on for 16 minutes, but thank you so much for thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and please subscribe, like, comment, whatever. Next week is going to be an astrology one. I'm sorry if I weren't more descriptive in the books, or if I chat, I don't know what's wrong with me today, chat a load of waffle, because this is my first YouTube video, so I am absolutely shitting myself for doing this. But as time will go on, I will probably do better. So yeah, yeah, everything that I'm wearing today, rings, everything, will be linked down below. My Instagram will also be linked down below, along with my Twitter. Please get in contact with me, connect with me. I'm sorry if you can hear this. Why do I keep going? This is just a disaster. Anyway, sorry if you can hear the TV upstairs. We do have a bedroom upstairs, which is what my mother is currently in. But yeah, so over time, quality of sound and everything will get better. So thank you very much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great evening, afternoon, day, wherever you are in the world. Peace.